Very good morning, one and all. I'm Deepa Murugesh, working as an assistant professor, Department of English at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. I'm going to discuss more about Francis Bacon, who was an English philosopher, statesman, author, and advocate practitioner of the scientific method during the scientific revolution which happened in England. He's a very famous author, and also he's called as a father of essays. So Francis Bacon, first Viscount St. Alban, first Lord Verulam, January 1561 till 9th April 1626, was also a philosopher, Attorney General, Lord Chancellor of England under King James I. Bacon argued that the importance of natural philosophy guided by various scientific methods, and his work remained influential throughout the scientific revolution. Bacon has been called as father of empiricism. He argued for the possibility of the scientific knowledge based only upon the inductive reasoning and carefully observation of events in nature. He believed that science could be achieved by the use of the skeptical and methodological approach by the use of where scientists aim to avoid misleading themselves. Although his more specific proposals about such a method, the Baconian method, did not have long lasting influence. The general idea of the importance and possibility of the skeptic methodology makes Bacon one of the later founders of the scientific method. So he is a very famous personality under the scientific development. His portion of the method based on skepticism was a new rhetorical and theoretical framework for science, whose practical details are still central to debates on sciences and methodology. He is famous for his role in the scientific revolution, promoting scientific experimentation as a way of glorifying God and fulfilling scriptures. Bacon was a patron of libraries and developed a system for categorizing books under three categories. One is history, another one is poetry, and another one is philosophy, which could further be divided into specific subjects and subheadings. About books he wrote, some books are to be tasted, others swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. The Shakespearean authorship thesis, a fringe theory which was first proposed in the mid 19th century, contends that Bacon wrote at least some impossible, all the play conventionally attributed to William Shakespeare. So Bacon was educated at Trinity College at University of Cambridge. In the initial stages, Bacon was ill and he couldn't able to go to schooling, and he was taught under some person, and he tend to go to a college and rigorously follow the medieval curriculum, which was presented largely in Latin. He was first recipient of the Queen's Council designation conferred in 1597 when Elizabeth I reserved him as her legal advisor. And also after the accession of James I in 1603, Bacon was knighted, then created Baron Burghley in 1618, and also Viscount St. Alban, as already discussed in our previous slide, 1621. He had no heirs, and so both titles became extinct on his death of pneumonia in 1626 at the age of 65. He is buried at St. Michael's Church in Albans, Hertfordshire. And will be really dumbfounded if he was talking about his works and his writing style. Francis Bacon had a passion for the metaphors, analogies, and vivid imagery. He was a rhetorical writer, and his essay highlighted his wisdom and incisive mind. His first book, which was released in 1596, followed by later edition, was added essays that were released in 1612 and 1625. Each essay Bacon reveals his knowledge of Latin and draws on ancient Roman wisdom through axioms and proverbs. Additionally, Bacon uses wit as a way of getting his point across to his audience, and in need causes the reader to reflect on his own beliefs and values. So, as far as we are concerned, a key aspect of Bacon's literature is his treasonous epigrammatic force by managing to pack all his thoughts and ideas into quick, brief statements. Bacon deepens the reach and impact of his work. His writing deviated from the typically Caesarean style at the time, which was characterized by melodious language, clarity, and forcefulness of presentation. His statements are meaningful, particularly because they are straight and to the point. So yeah, Bacon has contributed a lot of things to the literature. He's such a wonderful, his works are such wonderful works, which even after centuries, any person can read.